Hey, friends. So apparently, your tarot fairy godmother can't tell time. I scheduled this for 12:30 as it usually is. And then I went on social media and said, join me at noon. And a lot of you did. So I'm really sorry. So I'm coming on early. I apologize for not knowing how to tell time. But you know what I can tell really, really well? What the heck is going on with you? That's what I can do. And that's what I'm here to do. So it is Saturday. It is time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. That means specific questions only. And I see a lot of you do have your specific questions in, and I really appreciate that. So let's get this going. So, guilty pleasure. I've been watching Letterkenny recently on Hulu. Do any of you watch that? What a fun, funny show. Definitely for adults only. If you don't like adult material, definitely stay away. But what they're always saying is pitter patter, let's get at her. So, pitter patter, let's do this thing. And we're going to start, first of all, by welcoming Chrissy as a member, and not only a member at the stars level. So we really appreciate that. That is the highest level of support. Chrissy, thank you so very much for that. I also see from Laura a super chat. So thank you for that. Super chat, super stickers, and memberships are ways you can support this channel. And I see Lisa McCord helping us out with a super chat. So I appreciate this very much. Chrissy, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for becoming a member, and thank you for becoming a member at our highest level. We really appreciate that. Lisa, Laura, thank you so much for the super chats. I so appreciate that. This makes all the difference for me. I really, I appreciate you so very much. So please do forgive the fact that I scheduled for 12:30 and then publicized 12. Psychic can't tell time, but I can tell what's going on. So let's do that thing. All right, your specific questions, my specific answers for you. I will take these in the order that I see them. And the first question that I see, hang on a minute, let me make sure I'm getting all the chat here. Okay. The first question that I see is from Laura T. Once again, thank you so much for the super chat. I've been feeling quite burnt out all this week. When can I expect the cloud to shift? And we'll look at that, but it may not be a when, it may be a what do you have to do? It may be that. Because I think there are a couple of things burning you out. I think there is something causing you anxiety, and you have to look at what that is. What is causing you stress? What is causing you anxiety? And how do you shift that? Do not wait for this just to change. You have to be proactive. And there is a place in your life where you're not being heard or where you're not speaking out. And the other thing is about your home. Is it time to do an energy cleaning on your home? Is it time to rearrange your furniture? Is it time to do something different in the energy in your home? So look for what's causing you stress and anxiety. Look for where you're not being heard or not speaking out, and see what you can do to change energy in your home. And that will change this larger energy of burnout. Maria Barisi, nice to see you. Is there some reason family members persist in speaking badly about me, seemingly unprovoked? Well, it is unprovoked. It absolutely is. And you've got to get to a place where you don't take it personally, because it reflects on them, not on you. And they speak badly. I mean, there's no way to fix this. They have a bad opinion of you based on associations that have nothing to do with you or who you are as a person or anything you've done. You can't fight this. Just stay away from them. Don't think about them as family. And do not let them piss in your Cheerios. That's the bottom line. This is about how they are, not about how you are. Okay, Sayoni, nice to see you. Can I please tell you if there's a relationship in the cards between you and love? His name is Love. Okay. Well, wouldn't that be interesting? Do we see a relationship there? I could see a conversation there, but I do not know that the conversation will lead to a relationship. It is worth a conversation, it is worth an exploration, but do we really see compatibility here? That's the question, and I could really go either way. I think there's attraction, but there's a difference, isn't there, between attraction and compatibility? So you're going to have to do the exploration. Hey, Martha Vink, does it look like you'll be relocating this year? And will you be happy about it? So that's such an interesting question, because I know there's a very specific place you would like to relocate to. So let's take a look, and we're going to ask it broad like you did, because it might be that you're relocated to a whole other place and it might be really great. So this is not holding that one place in mind. It's just the idea of, do we see a relocation? I think at this point you have set wheels in motion, and it's interesting because when we started this conversation, I was like, yeah, no, I don't know that that's going to happen. But you've set wheels in motion. There is a possibility here now, possibility for relocation. Will you be happy about it? That is a very interesting question. I don't think it's decided yet. Not by the universe and not by the people in charge. So you can still push on them a little bit. Should you push on them a little bit? You don't want to push too much, because that makes it seem like you know more than they do, and like they like to think they know everything. So I think that you have to push on it with your prayers, and let's see what happens. One way or the other, though, I think a relocation could happen. Clumsy Clairvoyant, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. I want to get my significant other a unique Valentine's Day gift this year. Any suggestions? I'm a bit stumped, and he always says he doesn't want anything. I think it should be an experience, either a gift certificate to an experience or take him somewhere. I think it should be experiential versus a thing. So it could be a really interesting dinner. It could be an interesting show, a place, a trip, big or small, but I think it should be an experience. And it could be an experience that you give him, like you give him the gift certificate and he goes and does it, like a massage, or it could be an experience that the two of you do together, either way. All right, Lisa McCord, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for the super chat. I'm in a situation where something major needs to happen for resolution. Will that happen quickly and in my favor? That doesn't sound like a good situation in which to be. I'm really sorry. Okay, so will the resolution happen quickly? And I don't think it'll be quick. It involves too many people doing too many things. When it resolves, will it resolve in your favor? Man, yes and no. I feel like there's a gray area here. I think you're seeing it as, there's one of two ways it can go, my favor or not my favor. But I feel like there's actually a way where it's a little of both, where it's not the outcome that you really want, but it's better than the outcome you fear. That's the way I see it. Teresa Chase, nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Will I be in a relationship this year after being single for 4 years? The thing is, Teresa, in these 4 years, you learned a lot. You learned a lot about self-care. You learned a lot about self-reliance. You learned a lot about what you don't want in a relationship. And amongst the people around you, I think there's at least one person who wants to be in a relationship with you, but you don't think it's right, and it's probably not right. So I'm not sure that there really is anyone around you who's a good candidate. Do I think there will be a relationship this year? It's either this year or next year. It's coming relatively soon. You're not going to do another 4 years of being single. Let's put it that way. And Chrissy, once again, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you. Adriana, And Adriana, you helped us out with a super sticker. I don't know if I mentioned that. I see it and I see you, and I thank you so much for the super sticker. And here I am, ready to answer your question. I would like to know if it would be easy to find another job this year if I decide to leave my current role. It has always been a challenge for me to move forward in my career. All right. So, would it be easy to find another job if you decided to leave? Yes, relatively easy. Would that be a way to move forward? Like, which is the easiest way to move forward to something better and something that is, forward on your career path, to stay where you are or to go elsewhere? Honestly, I think either way you could move forward. Which would make you happiest? I think you have to look at both possibilities. I think you're going to have to really weigh them out. You're going to have to look at what's available. There is no easy answer here, but I do think you could find another job if you wanted, and I agree it is time for you to move up. Marion Newbury, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What practice could I try to find out what I want? It's hard for me to know what I want and would love a fun strategy to explore that. Marion, my dear friend, and I say this because we've now been to 2 tarot conferences together, right? One virtually and one in person. So I'm going to say, let me introduce you to something called, hang on, tarot. I would definitely say this is a tarot practice. And just to shuffle the cards and say, what do I want? And when I look at this and say, okay, what does Marion want right now? The problem is so much of your life has been 10 of Swords reversed. It's not about focusing on what you want. It's about focusing on what you don't want, what you want to change, what you want to stop. I don't want this. When my son was very little, you would give him something and he'd be like, no, dis. That's what he would say. He couldn't say this. He said dis. No, dis. And I feel like that's been like your whole life. No, I don't want this. I don't want this. Not because you have a bad attitude, but because life has given you a lot of things that don't serve you. And part of your spiritual path has been to get away from the things that do not serve you. And so it's been very hard, because you've been in this place of having to be more reactive. It's been very hard to be proactive. And so you've never really learned. I don't think people really asked you when you were young either. You've never really learned to think about, what do I want? What do I want? You've never had that space. And the fact that you're having that space now is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And we want to be very grateful for that. So once again, what do you want? Queen of Swords. You want to be heard. You want to speak your truth. You want to be in your integrity. I wonder if you want to write. I wonder if that's a thing for you. But certainly about integrity and communication. And you do not want to have to deal with ridiculous people. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, I think that's really a good practice. Another good practice is yoga. That as you go into a yoga practice, just to be open to what the universe will say to you. Another good practice is dream work, to set the intention when you go to sleep that your dreams will enlighten you about what your higher self and your soul truly want. Try those things. Okay, Chara Sotomayor, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. This is the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where we do specific questions only. So I'm going to ask you for your specific question. Horse Van Dunn, so nice to see you. Baby Cakes, nice to see you. My car is giving me trouble only sometimes. Man, those intermittent problems are so hard to diagnose. It gives me so much anxiety when it happens. Am I going to be able to resolve and figure out what is wrong with it anytime soon? Actually, yes, you are. And again, those intermittent problems are crazy, but you are going to find someone to help you figure it out. You're going to be able to resolve it and figure out what you need to do to fix it. Yes, yes. My concern, I wonder if it's an older car, because my concern is it may be something that's going to cause you to say, you know what, I need a new car. I do wonder. Okay, Robin Renee, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Do I see anything special for Valentine's Day for you? Oh, and before I do that, hang on a minute. Marion Newberry, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Okay. Now, let me go back. Okay. Robin Renee, anything special for Valentine's Day? That is so close to being not a specific question. It's on the hairy edge, but since it's Valentine's Day and since it's coming up, I'm doing it. And the answer is, oh, interesting. It's possible that out of left field, there will be some romantic card or phone call or gesture. But I feel in terms of plans, you might want to get together with your galentines and do something fun that way, or just do something nice for yourself. Okay. So nice to see all of you. Bianca, Caroline, La Morena, glad you're here. La Morena, yours is the next question that I see. What to do about anxiety problems? Man, that's the worst, isn't it? For you, part of it is going to be about changing what you tell yourself, changing your habits, taking better care of yourself, looking at diet and exercise. It needs to be very holistic. A good therapist could help you with all of that, but I really think it's about changing behaviors, changing the patterns. You have patterns in your life, and those patterns create anxiety. Figure out what those patterns are, change them, you'll do better. Okay. Horace Van Dunn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. How will the new owners of the house next door be? Man, there's a question. There's a question. And the answer is friendly but boundaried, appropriate. They're going to have some habit that you don't like, but not too bad. It will not be too bad. There'll be a specific thing they do you don't like, but it's not going to be terrible. Okay, White Magic Witch, can I ask about my boyfriend's feelings toward me now? So I have questions about this. Like when we say boyfriend, really? Because what's showing up here doesn't feel really good. And so it makes me wonder if this is your boyfriend, if the two of you are having problems, or is this someone who was your boyfriend and is no longer, or someone you're hoping to be your boyfriend who is not? Because if this is your boyfriend, maybe this ain't working, just saying. Marian, yes, you are a writer. Okay, so that's something to think about, honestly. Thank you for that feedback. DH, I had a scary dream last night that was more than a dream. Can tarot give me some insight? Yes, I mean, you could do a whole dream interpretation, but just going in without knowing the dream or knowing any of that and just what you need to know about this. First of all, it is nothing to be afraid of. It was a disturbing dream to get your attention. And it is to help you examine some things going on in your life, what you want, what you don't want, and what you're in the power to change. So it's about you making appropriate changes in your life. Dinara Lacoste, so nice to see you here. Thank you for being here. Dinara is going to be a presenter at StarCon 2023. So excited. So excited. I've been working with a couple of ancestors lately. Any message from them? So that is treading very closely on being a non-specific question, but since you mentioned who they are, that they are specific ancestors and you know who they are, I'm going to let it slide and I'm going to do it. But let this not start a whole thread of message from spirit, please. We're not doing that. This is the Saturday Psychic Sampler, specific questions. All right, Dinar. The lesson is about how you perceive yourself, that you're hard on yourself. This is the message from ancestors. You are overly hard on yourself. Stop being overly hard on yourself. Recognize your own awesomeness. That is the message from your ancestors, and it is indeed a lesson. Okay. Okay, Charles Hadelmeyer, that's better. Where should I be focused on healing? Makes sense. Healing from the past, whether that's childhood, past relationships, stuff from the past. You are bringing too much of the past into the present, and the things that you feel the past has taught you, it's causing you to limit yourself. Oh, Chara, I'm so happy you have your Light Seers Tarot deck. That is such a good deck. Oh my gosh, gotta love it. Baby Cake's going to try to keep the car for years to come. Is that a possibility? It is, but it's going to take some stuff. It is. All right. So I believe I've gotten to the end of the questions. If I accidentally skipped you, I'm so sorry. Please reiterate. If you're here and you have not yet asked a specific question, now's the time. It is last call for readings, y'all. Pitter patter, let's get at her. I want to remind you I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, or here in person in my Palm City office at this here table. Bianca, advice about your love life this year. And before I do that, I want to say thank you so much, Sayoni, for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Advice about Bianca's love life this year. I feel like someone from the past or someone who's already in your life is going to try to be in your life. It is okay to revisit something. You absolutely should date, Bianca. You absolutely should. And you might find yourself with someone who reminds you of someone from your past or even someone from your past revisited. It's okay to revisit the past if things have been fixed, if things are better now. And I think you should date this year because I think you have a very good chance of finding a good relationship this year. So be open to it. Peggy Lou, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Will your health be better this year? In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. 6 of one, half a dozen another, but any improvement is good improvement. Ms. Silver, how can I best support my daughter right now? By loving her and believing in her and asking her what she needs. And if she says nothing, don't worry about it. Just love her and believe in her and be there for her. That's all you need to do. All right, my friends, did I skip anyone else? I'm so sorry. Please reiterate. And if you haven't asked a question, now's the time. I want to remind you that on the 15th, we have a members only meetup, 7 p.m. Please be here for that. For those of you who are local, we are doing our tarot meetup at Panera tomorrow at 4 p.m. Please be there for that if you're local. And on the 10th, we are doing a class on love and the tarot. You can join us in person or online, whichever is best for you, right here on YouTube. The link for that is already up. Nettie P, will I move this year? And the answer is not necessarily. Maybe the beginning of next year. It's going to happen eventually, but not necessarily this year. Could, but not necessarily. All right. So please do reach out. And remember, your February tarot scopes are here. If you haven't seen your tarot scopes, get thee to thy tarot scopes. Look at your sun, your moon, your rising, and get your reading for the month of February. My friends, I appreciate you so much. Please like this video. Special shout out to those who helped out with super stickers. Special shout out to our members, especially our brand new member, Chrissy. Thank you so much. We really appreciate all of you. And, oh, just in under the wire, Joanne. Should I continue my current course of study? Is it safe and the best use of my time? You know, I think it's important that you continue studying, but you might want to shift this just a little bit. I feel like you're in the right church, but not in the right pew. So a shift may be in order. All right, my good friends, I appreciate all of you. I will be back Monday with a 3-card weekly reading. And please do reach out to schedule your readings with me. I am available. Go to my website, christianagaudet.com. You can schedule directly there or find the information there to contact me. I will look forward to seeing you. Have a great weekend. Take good care. Thank you all so very much.